Hi, good evening. This is Clydo, KA1BSZ. Um, this evening's video is entitled uh, When Equipment Sales Go Wrong. Now, I'm telling you this because I'm going to just give some information to people to keep them from buying stuff that isn't right. Now, a few years ago, I went to buy a radio at offline. And I bought this radio. It was a 2 meter Kenwood 2 meter transceiver. It wasn't a really expensive one. It wasn't a cheap one either, but I didn't pay a lot of money for it, so you can't expect it to really perform like a brand new radio. But you expect something with not quite as new. So I bought this radio from a fella off the internet. Now the ad said like new, a year old, um, really good condition. Uh, uh, works fine. So I sent the check in, waited for it to clear, and then I got the radio. Opened up the box, plugged it in, turned it on, and didn't come on. Lights didn't come on, nothing. So I called the guy. It really didn't work. No, it didn't work at all. Put an AC outlet. Yep. Put an AC outlet. Turn the power switch on. Yep. Nothing. No lights, nothing. Nope. Not a thing. Oh, the guy was pretty sympathetic. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Um, he said, well, I guess I'll just have to send your money back to him. And you ship that back to me and I'll pay for the shipping. Which he did, and I got my money back, no problem. So I saw this scanner on eBay that I had a friend that was looking for a scanner. And I said, well, I found one on eBay for it's $89, and it's a Uniden scanner. I think the model number was a BC 350 355 or something like that. About the newest kind that's out now. So he says, "Oh, go ahead and buy it, and I'll reimburse you." Okay. So I contacted eBay, and so I went through eBay, got this scanner. Now, the box it came in an Amazon box. The box was very poorly packaged up. It was, that clear plastic tape that the post office uses to put around seams and stuff like that. It wasn't really stuck on all that well. One part of it looked like it got crinkled up. I don't know if it was damaged in shipping or what. I don't know. So I opened it all up. I opened the box up, and did I get a surprise? The the box the box was probably a good 2 feet wide by 2 feet wide by about three and a half feet deep. In the bottom of this box was the scanner, loosely packed. The antenna, the power, wall charger, wall wart, no manual, there was a couple of screws there lying on the bottom. And all I had for packing material was crumpled up newspapers, but it was loose. So I took that out and I plugged it in, turned it on, and the thing was going back and forth. And I tried programming it to some frequencies locally, and it wouldn't program. It had some frequencies programmed already, but it wasn't. I tried to delete them, couldn't do it, and I couldn't program it. It wouldn't take. I called up eBay, complained about it. eBay is usually pretty good. If you get something that isn't just right, it's not supposed to be where it's advertised. They'll help you get your money back. The other thing you can do, and this other company, PayPal, they guarantee it. Now, if you buy something and if it says a case of oranges, and they guarantee a case of oranges, and you get it, you get the package, and it's not a case, it's a basket of lemons. That ain't right. eBay, PayPal will make it good. Oh yeah. What they'll do is they'll go after the seller, and they'll make it freaking rough for that guy. Okay. There was another case that I was down to a flea market out to Deerfield, New Hampshire, and I was looking for a rotor, and I saw this rotor and the control box, and I said, well, I'd like to buy this rotor. Can you plug it in and turn it on and run it through a test? And the young guy said, yeah, I can do that. Yeah, sure. So he takes the rotor and the control box. He goes inside his motorhome. I wait for a couple minutes, comes out, and he said, yeah, it works fine. I said, well, can you bring out a power strip? You get an extension cord down there for your coffee pot or whatever. I said, can you bring that up here? Plug the power strip in, and so I can test out the rotor, or just plug it on the end of that cable. Yeah, well, I kind of want to keep my coffee hot there, and then the only way I can do it is just leave this plugged in. Well, it won't take a couple minutes, just a couple minutes. I just unplug it and just plug this in to try it. Yeah, all right. So he took the rotor and he plugs it in, and he goes over and he turns the switch on, and just barely takes the knob, the switch there to make the rotor turn. And he goes, he said, see, it works. I said, well, let's leave it on a little bit longer. And he goes, I got to plug this back in. He acted like he didn't, that he was hiding something. So he said, well, I got other things I got to do with this power cord over there. He unplugged it and says, have a good day. I went back to my trailer, my friend's truck. I plugged it and it didn't work at all. I went back to that guy in his booth, and he's, hi. And I said, the rotor doesn't work. And he said, well, sure it does. It worked right here. I said, well, it doesn't work over there. I just tried on that. They get a generator over there. And I just tried it, and it doesn't work. He said, well, it does too. Like, well, then prove it here. And he just was very nervous about something. I said, does this thing work or not? Because I'm not buying something that doesn't work. And And so I went over and I grabbed the friggin' power cord, unplugged everything. I plugged it in and I hit the switch and it didn't work. Pull it out and I said, see, I told you it didn't work. Well, he was pissed. Well, you must have dropped it or damaged it. I said, it didn't work when I bought it. And you wouldn't even plug it in and let it run for a minute. I said, you were trying to hide something. Oh, wow. He did give my money back, but he didn't want it. There was an advertisement in QST. This was a long time ago, years ago. I had just bought my Kenwood 520 SC, and I bought it from Ham Radio Outlet when the Ham Radio Outlet first started. Came around when they in their Anaheim, California store. That was their first store. Ham Radio Outlet. That was the first time. They hadn't been open more than probably 6 months. So they had these Kenwood 520 SE for sale. They're for sale, I think, for like, $425. And then, of course, I bought a short 444 microphone to go with it. And I think, and I got a MFJ tuner for it. Oh, there's a winner of a company. So I bought this 520. Worked great, brand new. About a month later, this was in I think it was like in 79, yeah, later 79. It was in September of 79. Had this advertisement, brand new, right out of the box, Kenwood 520 SCs for $250. Really? $250? You see a cheap price like that, it says brand new. There's something wrong here. There's something wrong. Well, I don't know. I didn't pursue it. I didn't even inquire the company. Okay, this was, I had bought an antenna tuner from MFJ, and it didn't work. And, it just, and MFJ was new too back then. And of course, they refunded my money. Now, here's a really good one about MFJ. Not all their products are bad, but quite a few of them are. And the reason for that is because when they build these products, they don't have them in stock, mass produce them. When they get an order for a particular product, they start building it. And they build it fast. And I've seen some pretty shoddy work on their part, I'll tell you. So I bought this antenna tuner. It was the MFJ 986 differential T tuner. So I've got this Amatron AL80A amplifier. It's got the 3500Z tube in it. It was with the old Amatron company before MFJ bought them out. This amplifier is big and it's heavy and it's built like a battleship. If you ever get a chance to get one because they're a good rugged amplifier. And it says 1,000 watts PDP for single sideband. They will put out a lot more than that. They'll probably put out about 1,200 watts on sideband if you're driving up to the max, 100 watts. And it says 100. It says about 90. It says 900 watts CW. It will put out about 1,000 watts on CW. I'm telling you, damn thing is a good amplifier. But I ran the thing on 220, And if it was on 120, it would draw about, I think it would draw 15 amps. When it was on 220, it would draw about, I think it was around 8 amps or something like that. Maybe more, but not any more than 10 amps. So anyway, so I had this, I was on 80 meter CW. And I was driving it with about 95 watts or so. And I'm going along CW, and all of a sudden I hear a big bang. And the SWR goes all over the place. So I shut the amplifier on standby. And so I get the amplifier on standby. And, I picked up the tuner. I unhooked the cables from the tuner, and I disconnected the ground. I went to pick it up and I heard it rattle. So I took the cover off, and the roller inductor is about that long. And it's a plastic, one of those big, thick plastic ones. It's like a big candle in the middle of the amplifier. And the inductor coil was wrapped around that. And the solder joints had melted, and the bearings that holds up the tuner, the coil in the tuner on the back side of the amp, somehow we got hot enough to loosen them, and the bearings fell out, and it dropped to the bottom of the cabinet. So I took it apart, and I ordered a new roller inductor, but they supplied it with an air wound one. I was hoping to get the same thing, but they didn't have it. So anyways, they sent me one, and I installed it, soldered everything like it's supposed to be, and I turned it on. Put it in line, put on CW, and I was going to tune up on low power, like 20 watts or so. It worked for 1 second. And the meter, the SWR meter went like this. It went, and the power meter went like this, bang. 1 second. I did a part again, and it didn't look right. Close it back. I sent it to MFJ, and they replaced the coil. Number one, first time. Or second time. It's the first time they supplied it. The second time they repaired it. I got it back, put it all in line, put the rig on CW, pressed the key down, the SWR meter, I tuned it properly, and put on full power, and the power meter went like this. It worked for 1 second. I put it on low power, no meter reading. And something had failed again. Packed it up, I shipped it back to MFJ. They claim they put another tuner coil in it. This time, I put the rig on low power, and I preset everything where I thought, where I knew it was going to be the proper SWR. I pressed the key down, it worked for 1 second, and it failed. I sent it back a fourth time. They sent it back to me. They claimed they touched up all the solder joints. Now, to find out if they did touch the solder joints, I took like this pen, I took a magic marker, and I put black marks all over the solder joints. All over the solder joints of that coil. So if they actually touched them up, those black marks wouldn't be there. I got it back after the fourth time. Those black marks are still there. And I called them. you guys touch up the solder joint? Yeah, we did. You couldn't have. Because I got black marks all over those solder marks where to tell if you guys are doing your job. We saw them there. We resoldered them and put the black marks back on. Oh, come on. What the fuck do you think I am? Stupid? Evidently they did. So I tried again and it didn't work, period. Sent it back a fifth time. I sent that friggin' that tuner back. I sent it back 7 times. The 7th time they went to fix it, before they sent it back to me, they sent me a letter. Dear Mr. Blake, your tuner has been repaired. We rebuilt various places in the tuner. We replaced the induction coil. We found one of the tuning capacitors, the big tuning capacitor, was damaged, so we replaced that. And the thing is tuned up to specs, and it works perfect. Please send us $142.95. For what? It's their friggin' mistake. It's their fault. It was on warranty. It was one of those 1 year, no matter what warranties. And it failed 7 times in that warranty period. And they have the balls to say, I owe them $142. Bullshit. I told them that's wrong. So finally, they kept the damn thing. I don't know if they junked it or what, I don't know. I had another product I bought from them, a little tiny product. You see this cell phone? This little tiny product I'm talking about is about that big. I think the model number is MFJ. It's a 960. No, it's not. It's a 961, I think. It's one of these little code readers. You take it, and you turn it on, and you set it next to the speaker of the radio, and it's supposed to decode Morse code. Well, it doesn't. You turn it on, and it would scroll across the top, and it would say, "Welcome to MFJ. Thank you for buying our products. The model number, U.S. patent number." There it goes. CQ, test. DE, MFJ, the model number. And then dots will go across. Dots will. So I put the thing right up next to the speaker, and you'd hear and nothing. Absolutely nothing. I called up Hanville Allen, complained to them. And Jesus. And it just, God. Oh, I was telling one of their workers down. His name was Hablo. He was down at Salem, New Hampshire. And I said, when you sell me a product, could you please try it before you mail it to me? He said, do it. If we do that, he said, the warranty will be void. I said, I don't care if the warranty is void or not. It doesn't bother me. I just want a product that works. So I'm sending this back, and can you send me another one? But try it first to make sure it works. If I do that, and the warranty will be void. I know that. I just want something that works. So can you please try it before you send it to me, okay? If I do that, the warranty will be void. I know that, you moron. Would you please try the product to make sure it works? Yes, I know the warranty will be void. I heard you say that 5 times. And he says, So would you please, are you listening? Are you listening? He goes, yes, sir, I'm listening. Okay. Would you please? What did I just say? He said, would you please? Okay, good. You're listening. I said, would you please try the product before you mail it to me? And he, if I do that, then oh. So then I said, are you listening? He said, yes. I go, the warranty is void. 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 I said that 7 times for you, okay? Did you hear that? And he goes, yes, I did, sir. I said, okay. Will you send that to me? And he says, dead silence. He says, well, he said, but I, never mind. I hung up on him. I complained to the boss of the company. I said, you gotta get rid of that guy. Impossible work with. So, and then one time I bought this radio. No, it wasn't. It was I sold a radio on eBay, and I got an email from a guy, and he said he wanted to send me a check. He wanted me to send me a check for the amount, but way above the amount, and then send the rest of it back to him. That ain't right. That's a scam. Yeah, that ain't right. So you gotta watch out for some of these fly-by-night people and some of these companies and flea markets and used sales on eBay and private sales and stuff like that. Most generally, if you go through eBay, they try to make it right for you. PayPal will. But if you don't go through eBay, you go through another place, you buy something off the internet, you buy it through a newspaper or a flea market, and you're taking a hell of a chance. And to get your money back, sometimes it's really, really hard. I bought another rig. I bought a oh, what the hell was it? It was a 2-meter handheld, a multi-band 2-meter handheld. It was 2 meters and 440. And I sent the guy money over for it, and it didn't work for the shit. So I called him up, and he said, "What do you mean?" All right, he says, "All right." I had to talk to him for a while. And he said, "Well, I'm going to send your money back. I'll send it back to you." So, it, what I made the mistake of doing. I didn't.
Power on.
I forgot the damn speaker was on. Oh, yeah. Remote speaker, I forgot to shut it off. Like a lot of things around here. And I sent the thing back to him. And I waited and waited and waited and waited and waited. And I called him again. I said, "You gonna send my money back or not?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm sending it back." I did. It took a while to get it though, but I got it. Here was another deal that I had. I had my own business at one time, radio TV servicing business at one time. This is probably 50 years ago. And this guy stopped in one day. He had this stereo amplifier. It goes in his band. And he needed it repaired. He said, "I gotta have it before next week, Friday." "Nah, you'll have it before next week. You'll have it before then." So I all fixed it all up, changed some tubes in it. They had some damage to the speaker, so I got that all fixed. So he called me up. I answered the phone. He said, "How much owe you for it?" And I said, "Well, let's see. Parts and labor and let's see, it'll be about $125. And the guy said, $125? I said, yeah. Oh, okay. All right. So it goes on for a while. A week goes by, 2 weeks go by, and I thought he was supposed to want it back for the next Friday. Well, he didn't come back that Friday. He sent his son to pick it up. He's not at my door, my shop. So I wait a minute. And comes in. And he said, "Well, I'm here to pick up the amplifier." And I says, "Yeah, okay." I said, and he counts out, and he said, "Well," he said, I only got $75. And he says, "Well, I'll tell you what, I'll bring the rest of the money next week, and then we'll be all set." I said, "Okay." So he picks up the amplifier. "Hey, where are you going with that?" He goes, "Well, I'm taking it home." "Oh, no. You do not take that home. When you get the money to pay for it, then you can have it." And, all right. He goes. He comes back about 4 days later. He walks in and he said, "Well, I got your money." And he's getting ready to walk. I said, "Just a minute." I counted it right up. It was just $100. And he says, I said, "You're $25 short." He said, "Listen, he sent me with $100, and he gave me strict orders to bring that home. If he doesn't," he said, "if I don't, he's gonna beat me." And he started crying. He was sobbing. "He beats me all the time. He's miserable. He's an asshole. You know, if I don't bring that home, I don't care. Business is business." And I said, "I want my money so I can get reimbursed for everything I did to this amplifier. I'm giving you a damn good deal. I normally would probably charge $185, but I'm giving you a deal. Now you go back and tell your dumb father," I didn't say dumb father, "go back and tell your father that he can have his amplifier when he pays his bill." So next thing you know, he comes back 2 days later. Only this time, the father comes in with these two big rugged guys, big guys. And my mother was upstairs. And she's one of these type persons that she didn't give a fuck who you are. She don't care. You don't mess with mom, I'll tell you. So anyway, these guys, they come in my shop. "Where's my amplifier?" I said, "It's right there." "You get all my money?" He goes, counts it out. "There's 100. Let's see, there's 110. I said, "You're still short." He says, "You're going to give me my amplifier and be happy what you got." And this other guy, he goes up and he goes, "If you know what's good for you, you'll take the money and shut the fuck up." My mother heard that. She comes downstairs. She goes, "Hey, what the hell's going on here?" And I said, "Well, I'm trying to negotiate a price with these guys." She says, "How much did it cost you to fix it?" I said, "Well, it cost me $125. And she walked up to the guy, got right in his face, says, Hey, listen, bud, you owe him $112. Now pay him. He says, he goes, oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And he reaches in his pocket and he got out a like a $50 bill. He puts it on the pile. Mom grabs it. She's, thank you for doing business with us. Have a nice day. And I go, Mom, I need to make change. She says, the guy goes, she says, now pick up your amplifier and get the hell out of here. And don't come back. And those guys, they picked up the amplifier and out the door they went. They got in their truck and drove off. I looked at my mom and says, hey, this is my business. I'm the boss here. And she looked at me, she says, well, rest that's part of your rent. I said, okay, well, no, okay, that's fine. But, I mean, stuff like that, geez, good God. I had another thing. I went to order a part, and this was years ago. Remember Lafayette Radio when they had a mail order sales department? This is a long time before. This is a long time ago. Lafayette Radio. They were one of the most popular radio communications companies. They built a lot of ham equipment, a lot of Citizens Band equipment, a lot of stereos, amplifiers. They were like the they were like the Radio Shack of what used to be. Well, there is Radio Shack now, but what they used to be like. So I ordered this. I had this radio that I repaired, and the S meter didn't work. So I found a replacement, and on their order form, I wrote it right out. Quantity 1, stock number 99-12345 and the description of it, price per unit, plus postage, final price down at the bottom of the column, total price. So I had a money order and I sent the order in. This is back in the day when the postal service was slow. Remember, you'd buy something, it would say allow 4 to 6 weeks for delivery. Oh yeah. Well, this is kind of a funny one. So I order the S meter. I get this little box in the mail after about 4 weeks. I open up the box, the pack, and I look at this. That don't look like an S meter. It was an earphone. So I packed it up. I put the order form back in there again with a note. I sent it back. 4 weeks goes by. I get it back again. Oh, there's my S meter. I open up. And that earphone's in there again. So I wrote in bigger letters. This is not what I wanted. I want an S meter. And I wrote stock number. Patch it all up, send it back. So I get it back a fourth time. I open the box up. The S meter. No, it's not an S meter. It's a funny looking thing for an S meter. It's an earphone. Again. Well, back in my younger days, I used to have kind of a short fuse. I was fucking pissed. Like, you're a son of a bitch. So I packed it back with another note. So I sent it back, fifth time. Get the box back. There's an earphone in there. Well, this time, I got smart. I got a piece of cardboard. And I wrote it was white background on the cardboard. and I wrote the start number. I wrote, "Can't you people read?" And I put the start number, a picture of the estimator, picture of the earphone. This is what I want. And then I also put like little examples. Do I want a car? No. Do I want a transformer? No. Do I want a paper clip? No. Do I want a battery? No. I want S-meter with an S meter. And I put that all in a big box, packaging material around it. And right on the box, I wrote, "Please read the directions inside the box." So then I put foam wrap around that. Put that in another box. The box was like about 4 feet wide. I couldn't send it. I couldn't send it by UPS. Well, UPS didn't exist then. I did send it by the mail. And the box weighed nothing, hardly anything. And so I get this nice little box, a little bit bigger box, with packaging material. I open it up, and guess what's inside? The S-meter. 6 months later, and the customer said, "Where's my radio?" I'm waiting for this S-meter. "What's it coming by? By a slow boat from China?" "Now it's coming by a camel across the desert that doesn't drink water." So put the S-meter in, it worked fine. And here's a funny story. When I had my service center, I had this. Oh, this is funny. This guy called me up. He said, "I got a stereo. Doesn't work." "Really?" "Yeah." "Can I bring it over, have you take a look at it?" I said, "Sure." So he brought it over to my shop. He set it down inside the shop. I plugged it in off the back of his pickup and set it down. "So can you take a look at it, Roy?" And I said, "Certainly." A month goes by. He comes back to my shop. "Well, how's my stereo?" "Oh, great." "Does it work?" I go, "Nope." "Why not?" "Well," he's, "well, didn't you fix it?" I said, "No." "Why not?" I said, "You told me to look at it." So, so, so I did. So I did for a month. Looked at it every day. He says, "Well, why didn't you? You didn't tell me to fix it. You told me to look at it. So that's what I did." So then he said, "Well, can you fix it?" I said, "Give me a minute." And he's, "What?" So I go back to the parts room. I get out the part it needs, pull the back off. I put the part in, put the bag back on, plug it, turn it on. Perfect. I said, give me $50. And he said, "It only took 5 minutes." "Yeah, don't talk. I knew what was wrong with it." He said, "Well, why didn't you fix it for me?" "You didn't ask to have it fixed, you moron. You said, can you look at it?" So I did. I looked at it every day for a month. "But you didn't fix it." "No." He looked at me and said, he said, you're the kind of person that makes you want to drink." Well, go ahead. It's not my problem." So so he takes it back. He takes it home. I had a friend that had one of these low band Motorola Monotracks, and he had it in his dump truck, and he needs some work done to it. I don't know what the hell was on it, but I got into the section where we fine tune the frequency, and I was listening to what was coming over the speaker, and I tweaked it a little bit, and all of a sudden I heard, sounds like state police. "Ooh, how about it? It's right next door to this frequency. Ooh, how about that? Got them going in there." So I kind of tweaked it back. And so it was like, I thought, oh, so some of these radios ain't good. It's not good to have something like that on the market, really. Because state police and stuff like that, the law enforcement agencies, they don't like it when you tune onto their frequencies. It's not good. So, anyways, it's been almost like 45 minutes of talking here. And so that's wanted to tell you, just be very careful when you're buying stuff over the internet, through all the other sources, uh, in like through QST or CQ magazine or want ads or at a flea market, because you don't want to get stung. And I've been stung a lot of times, and over the past 50 some odd years, and I don't want to see anybody else get hurt either. So, if you ever buy something from me, because I sell some stuff on the internet once in a while and buy a lot of stuff too. And if I sell something to you, I'm going to guarantee you, if it doesn't work, I will refund you money. No problem at all. And that's the way I do stuff. I just don't do things dishonestly. I never will. No, because that's not, you sell something. I don't see how these people can live with themselves. When they sell something that's fake or doesn't work and all that sort of stuff. Come on, it's not good. Yeah. So, anyways, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening and watching. I got a lot of videos out there, and all that stuff's all true stories and true information, and some of my experiences I've had over the years. And I appreciate you subscribing and watching my videos and making comments and criticisms. Telling, oh, your video's too damn long. I should condense it. Well, what else? But what better you got to do besides sit around and do nothing or watch videos? Listen to the wife bitch at you for something. What would you rather do? Watch the videos or listen to your wife bitch at you? Watch the videos. I don't have a wife. I'm single. So, anyways, take care and have a good day. Have a good weekend. Stay safe, my friends, and wear a mask.